Hello everyone, in this video we are starting exercise 2.2 and the first question is find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zero and the coefficients. First of all, what are the zeros? Zeros are basically the values of x which satisfy this equation. Means when we put those values in this equation, the result will become 0. So zeros means the values of x which satisfy, or you can say because the highest power here is 2, so the number of zeros, or you can say the number of values of x satisfying this equation is equals to 2. And after that you have to find the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. And for that, any quadratic polynomial is the standard form of any quadratic polynomial is this. So in this case, obviously we know that because the power is 2, the roots, or you can say the zeros of this quadratic equation can be alpha and beta, or you can say any two values. And if you want to find the relation, so the sum of root is basically minus b upon a, or you can say the coefficient of x and the coefficient of x square, and the product of root is basically c upon a, means the constant term and the coefficient of x square. So first of all, you have to find what should be the zeros, or you can say the values of x satisfying this equation. For that, you have to adopt the middle term breaking method. For that, you have to break this term into two parts such that adding them will give 2 and multiplying them will give 8. So obviously two numbers are 4 and 2. So the number is x square. So 4x minus 2x minus 8. This you can remember as you have to think of two numbers, multiplying them will give 8 and subtracting them will give 2. This sign is important. So opening the bracket will give 4x minus 2x, sorry, this will become positive, this is goes to 0. So taking x as common, so this is x minus 4, and from these two taking 2 as common, so x minus 4 will remain this, and from this x minus 4 is common. So obviously from this, when x minus 4 is taken out, only x will remain inside the bracket, and from this, when x minus 4 is taken out, only plus 2 will remain inside the bracket. So obviously, if two factors multiplied equals to 0, so obviously the value of these two must be equals to 0. So the value of x can be 4, or the value of x can be minus 2. So the zeros for this quadratic polynomial are 4 and minus 2. After that, you have to satisfy the coefficients with zeros, or you can say you have to find the relationship between this. So obviously we know that the sum of roots is basically minus b upon a. In this case, b is basically minus 2, so this is minus 2, and a, which is the coefficient of x, here is 1, so this is 1. So obviously sum of root will be equals to 2, because minus minus is plus. Similarly, product of root will be c upon a, which is minus 8 upon a, which is 1. So product of root will be minus 8. So our products are 4 and 2. Adding these will give 4 minus 2, which is 2. So obviously sum of root are same. After that, you have to multiply, or you can say you have to find the product. So 4 into 2 is basically minus 8. So obviously the product of root also are same. Similarly, you have to solve this question. Again, you have to think of two numbers, or you can say you are dividing 4 into two parts such that multiplying them will give 4 and adding them will give again 4. So obviously two numbers are 2s plus 2s. Multiplying these two will give 4 and adding these two will give again 4. After that you have to open the bracket. This will be 2s plus 1, and because you are finding the coefficients, or you can say, sorry, you finding the zeros, so this equation must be equals to 0. So taking 2s as common, so from 4 to 2 as a factor has taken common out, so only 2 will remain inside, and 2, and from this only 1 will remain. So after that you are taking minus 1 as common, so this will remain inside the bracket. So 2s minus 1 is taken out, so only 2s minus 1 will remain inside the bracket. After that, obviously 2s minus 1 must be equals to 0, so 2s must be equals to 1, and the value of s must be 1 is equals to 1 upon 2. So clearly the value of s is basically 1 by 2. After that you have to find the relation between the 0 and the coefficient. Clearly sum of root is basically minus 4 upon 4, which is 1, and product is basically c upon a. In this case c is 1 and a is 4, so product is 1 by 4. So we know that the value of s is half and half, because this will give half and again this will give half. So adding these, half plus half is basically 1, and half multiplied by half is basically 1 by 4. So clearly the relation between zeros and the coefficient is equal in this case also. So this is how you can solve this particular question. Thank you.